What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of Cub Reacts, as we jump into another video exploring international music as we love to do. Today, we're going to be breaking down a track off a very exciting new album project coming to us from AQ, Blaqbonez and M.I Abaga, who have teamed up to call themselves L.A.M.B. This one is off the album Behold the Lamb, and it's a track on there featuring Oxlade that goes by the name Groupie. Now, I'm really excited to get into this one. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. Again, I'm not particularly familiar with AQ. I haven't listened to too much. I've done a fair bit of M.I Abaga, and of course we've done a fair bit of Blaqbonez here on the channel as well, so I'm excited. Big up the Chocolate City gang putting this one together as a collaborative album project, which I'm really excited to dive into. They send me over a lot of music prior to it being released, which is always great. So there we go. Without further ado then, let's have a little look at this one. I'm very excited to see how it sounds. Let's go.
Ooh, oh, no, yeah. Oxlade, oh,
nice breathy chords over the intro.
So many girls in my life. Seen so many girls in my life. Ooh, so many girls in my life.
I'm loving how smooth this intro section is, man. Just everything about this with those kind of rolling, really nice kind of mellow sounding organ chords just kind of pulsating away in the background. Just really nice kind of simple drums over the top as well, just kind of shuffling their way through. Nothing too over-processed or overbearing. It's all very natural and organic sounding. Very, very clean intro on this.
Some of them to find I, some I be bashing them till I die. Come on, no go the sky dive, no go the lose guy, so no go the skylight. If you look at the girl the robber, she could just be chat check all for you and she's nothing but a groupie. All she got is just her Gucci and bullshit.
So smooth, man. I'm loving the kind of shimmer we're getting off the reverb and delay on this one. Really, really nice way of filling out the space within the composition more than anything else. You've got these nice reverbs and delays that is giving everything this kind of like ooh sort of feeling. It's almost like we're listening to it in a glass room and it's reflecting off everything. It just has this again, shimmer's the best word I can think to describe it. Really nice kind of switch up into the hook block as well, giving it again those shaker lines that are doing a lot rhythmically, and the bass line down below becoming a lot more intense as we move into this section. Really nice arrangement wise so far, man. Loving this.
All she got is just her Gucci and bullshit. Yo, baby, tell me when you want, I've been patient. If you're only for the money, just say it. I could give a little cash, but she sell it like a bank, and all I really ask, don't play. Cause I ain't never lied to you. Never did I say that I was wifey.
Gotta say, the alternation on this between kind of more melodic sing-along vocal to the more sort of rap style vocal, the transition works so nicely, especially with this type of instrumental. Melodically on this instrumental, there isn't that much going on. You've got that kind of almost vocal processor going on that's just kind of going bah, 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 bah. Just that, literally, that's the main sort of melodic line going on. Behind that, you've got the kind of, again, those very bluesy, melancholy kind of organ chords that are doing a lot. But mostly this is about the rhythm. It's about the kind of shaker sections going on down below, those sort of subtle log drums that just kind of appear out of nowhere, and then they're gone again. Really nice on the arrangement front.
What it is, you be know what it is.
Yeah. So many bad things that me and this girl are done. She like it when me hit, like with the album. She say anytime she sit up on me with a bum bum. She say me so sweet, me sweeter than drum. Me like it low key when I bring the hammer. Me call her Shatta Wale, that's from Ghana. She smoking my Havanas in my silk pajamas. My phone on flight mode, I don't want no drama, no. Baby, do you fuck with me cause of the door? Cause the way you taking that booty down to the floor.
I'm loving that little vocal shimmer going on in the background as well. That kind of that little vocal sound going on in the background is adding so much extra, again, creativity to this as an arrangement. Again, it's a 4-minute tune. You've got a lot of space to fill. So realistically, you have to throw a lot of elements into this one that you wouldn't necessarily expect to hear. And they're doing a really good job of keeping the track actually sounding cohesive whilst throwing all those elements in together. Really, really nice on the overall overall arrangement front, man. Again, I like the fact that you are hearing those chords in the background all the way through, but the actual instrumental is constantly changing. And again, those log drums kind of flying into view when you're not expecting to hear them. It just adds that sense of hype, that sense of occasion when you are moving into different transitional sections. Really, really clean.
It's unlike any booty I've ever seen before. This booty don't register to vote into my show. Yeah, back to the matter. Ox on the chorus, party done the scatter. Whether she love me or not, it don't matter. Tonight she gon' treat me better than her father.
Groupie. All she got is just her coochie and bullshit. Always acting bougie.
Oh, I love how spacey this is, man. Just as a sort of sound, that backdrop just has such a clean kind of feel to it. Like, the fact that we are diving into, again, an original sounding recording that does have so many different people involved. The fact it does have that really nice kind of floaty backdrop across the hook block. And then obviously you kind of roll into a much more sort of shaker-driven thing. There's no sort of rolling kick drums in this section. It's just all about the space. It's about the atmospherics. It's about how it sounds compositionally without the need for a rhythmic input on there as well. And I've got to say, the hook is handled so cleanly. To be honest with you, I'm getting lost in this. Like, it just feels like I'm constantly swirling around just as all these different musical elements all come to the forefront. It's really, really cleanly done.
All black bimmer is the Zodiac killer. All these different girls want a co-star in my movie. Thick girls get a low fat dinner. 4-course meal for slim chicks and gold diggers. Slim thick chicks get a medium red. You see the red in the middle when she throw back bigger.
Oh, the pockets are cold.
Like she ain't got a job. Wanna listen to that adequate gold tracks in her. Every time she needs money to fill up the void. Tell her to kill that noise. We're both self-employed. Go play with them.
That little switch up there, obviously talking about listening to Adekunle Gold Sinner, and then it just suddenly goes boom, and then suddenly those log drums are so much more apparent in the mix down. This is what I really like about this as an overall arrangement. Like, the hook's one of my favorite parts, but the fact it transitions so quickly and then you're in a completely different realm. The whole rhythm change, the whole sort of feel of the instrumental changes, and the fact that each rapper involved, what they've kind of done transitionally over the top is make it sound like it's supposed to happen. Like, it doesn't sound like it's a shock to them. They sound super comfy over those transitional sections. This is great, man.
Baby boys can't play with a set of toys. Can't buy you those Gucci bags. Save it for them lucky boys. My life is a movie shot in celluloid. All my money digital, but not in coins. I don't mind if she's a groupie, but keep acting like I'm bougie. Girl, you get yourself destroyed.
All she got is just her coochie and bullshit.
I mean, is it just me, or does this sort of hook block remind you of a Weekend hook off Trilogy? Just the sort of lyricism that's being used, the sort of discussion that's happening. Obviously, you don't need me to break that down if you're listening to the tune. You can tell what they're talking about. But on top of that, the actual use of that vocal being very spacey, the kind of, again, melancholy nature of the melodies and harmonies being thrown together. It's really interesting, that sort of transition. And again, it's a great overall feel. The journey of this tune has been fantastic to take in, I've got to say. I do need to check out the whole album at some point. But obviously, seeing Oxlade involved, I had to kind of have a look at this one first and foremost.
Always acting bougie. All she got is just her.
So, I mean, that sort of enunciating, the way that he's doing it.
Yeah, she attracted to bottle poppers and Benz drivers. I call her COVID legs, easy to spread the virus. Sparklers on the bottles, get her more wetter. Real niggas know better, you want them more wetter. Her man really in love with a Christmas agenda. She in the streets putting the D in Dirty December. Met her upstairs at paper.
Again, I know I'm pausing a lot on this one, but guys, do remember it's a much longer video, which means we have to pause it a bit more. Otherwise, the video is unlikely to be allowed online. To be honest, we may actually have to chop this one down regardless because it's nearly 4 minutes long. However, I am loving the rhythms that we're hearing on this one. I'm loving the kind of shuffling nature of the instrumental and hearing rappers actually go over it in the way that they are with such kind of poise and such kind of clarity as well. Works so nicely. As soon as you start entering into sort of realms of 4x4 or much kind of more rolling sort of drum lines, rappers can often sound a little bit obsolete and a little bit almost like another instrument, but you can clearly hear the difference between each rapper. You can clearly hear the points they're trying to make really well enunciated. It's a great way to kind of round things off, man. But there we go. We'll let this one run through to the end and then give you our final breakdown, but I have very much enjoyed it.
Hit the DM. Next day she with Q at W in his PM. That pussy pricey, highly unlikely that she's wifey. Keep her icy, she be your side chick, but she is a hustler and all checks cash the same. Respect the game, go ahead, shawty, do your thing.
And there we go, an interesting way to round things off. I would have expected this to round off with a hook, just to kind of, I suppose, pull everything together. But again, really, really like the approach, man. Again, each rap verse is very, very clean. The hook is super, super tidy as well. And it just has a really kind of well put together feel about it. Compositionally, it feels like this has been very pristinely chiseled. Like everything fits into where it's supposed to be really nicely. And again, on top of that, I really like the fact that you have that big difference between the hook where you remove the drums entirely. Obviously, lyric-wise, everyone's kind of going off on their own tangents about their sort of opinions on groupies. But there we go. Very much enjoyed this one. The sounds of Groupie, obviously off the Behold the Lamb album. Big up the Lamb team behind this, obviously featuring Oxlade. Big up each and every one of you for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed. And as always, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cam TV. Stay locked.